Hello, my friend. In this video, I'm going to show you my little secret for how you can effortlessly mix two songs together whenever you're DJing or creating a mix. This is important because this is something that sounds great and is a little trick that you can always rely on whenever you're mixing. It also teaches you the structure of music so you understand music more and you understand your songs more. And most importantly, it's super easy to learn and it's super easy to pull off as well. This is all useful because then you can simply focus on track selection and picking the right songs instead of worrying about a mix and if things are going to work together or not and how you're actually going to go about things. So you can always rely on this to simply get a solid mix done that sounds quite professional. You can also apply what you learn here to other songs, even if you don't end up using a specific trick for every single song. You're going to have a deeper understanding of music, your songs as well, which is incredibly valuable, just learning more about music. And it's super useful because it only takes 3 simple steps. And those 3 steps are to prep your music, learn the mix, and then simply practice putting this into place in your library and actually rehearsing this mix a little bit so that you feel comfortable with it and you can pull it off easily every single time. So with that said, we're now going to jump into Rekordbox, where I'll show you how to prep the music and demonstrate the mix for you. It's super easy. I know you're going to love it. So let's jump right into this. All right, cool. So the first thing you're going to want to do is in Rekordbox, make sure you're in export mode and you are selected on the 1 player over here. And what you're going to want to do next is load in the track that you want to do. And then usually I'll set this over here to 16 bars. And then so the idea is what you want to do is you want to look for the point where the sub kicks in, or maybe like the song is fully hitting its kind of explosion right near the beginning. So we'll go ahead and listen to this track to find out where that is. It's probably going to be somewhere around here because I made this song and I know that it's going to be around there. So right there would be that explosion. And then what we want to do is kind of hit Q there. And then we can hit this button on the left to go back 16 bars or forward 16 bars. So if we go back 16 bars, we can see that that was a 16 bar section before the actual sub and everything really kicks in. So what we're going to do is do a Q point right there. So the idea is you want to do 16 bars before kind of the song really kicks in. Then what you're going to want to do is go to the end of the song and find out where the song, kind of all the sub and the main track kind of disappears. So we'll go ahead and listen to that near the end, which I think is a little bit further. So right there's just drums. So we'll move back, kind of hit the Q button there so we're on. And then what we're going to do is do a 16 bar jump backwards and put a Q point there, and then usually I like to make this one red. So this way we have a Q point 16 bars before the song kicks in, and then we have another one 16 bars before the song is going to kick out. And then, so let's go ahead and do this with the song that we're going to mix into. It's another one that I've created. So we'll go ahead and find out where that is. Starting from the beginning, it's usually 16 bars, so you can go ahead and jump forward 16 bars and hear it. So it's definitely there. So if this is where the song kicks in, we'll jump back 16 bars, set a Q point there, and then we can see that the song probably ends around here too. See, it's just drums at that point there, which was right here. Sorry about all the squeaking. With the Q point there, go back 16 bars, punch that in. And so now on this track, we have a Q point 16 bars before the song kicks in, and we have 16 bars before the song finishes. So what we're now going to do is we're going to move over into performance mode. So we're going to imagine actually kind of carrying out this mix now that the song has been prepped. Whenever you've added that 16 bars before the song starts, 16 bars when it's about to end, that song is now prepped and you've completed the prep stage, and now you can try actually doing this mix. So let's go ahead and load those 2 tracks in to deck A and to deck B. And then so what we're going to do next is we're going to actually perform this. And so the idea is that usually what I would do is if all of the EQs are flat right now, what I would do is say the left song here on deck A is the one that's playing, and deck B is what we're going to be mixing into. So what I would normally do preparing for this mix is bring down the song that you want to mix into, and then usually I'll cut out all the lows and then bring down a bit of the mids and a bit of the highs, And this is kind of like a general little template that you can almost do. For this example, we're going to turn beat sync on, so I don't have to worry about any of the timing, and also because I'm kind of just doing I'm not doing this with a controller, I'm just doing it with the mouse and keyboard, so I want to make it as easy as possible for me. And so the idea that you're simply going to do is, if we have the song that you're playing right now, it's kind of getting near the end, we can see the cue point will be coming up. When this cue point hits, we're going to start this cue point. So start A when this one hits D. And what we'll then do is just slowly fade in the incoming song, and then we can fade out the outgoing song. So we'll go ahead and try out this mix. So we'll go ahead and start the song as if it's almost about to end. All right, here comes the outgoing point, and then we'll click it. Boom, slowly fade it in. It's almost 8 bars. Start moving up the low on the outgoing track. And then bring in the low when it hits. Boom. Stopped it real quick because they might get copyright there or whatever, but that's generally how you would do it. Mix the so that way when all the bass and all the main song is about to end on song A, exactly the phrasing is perfectly set up so that on song B, everything's going to kick in right as everything's ending on song A, and it's a really simple mix that you can always rely on. Hello again, my friend. So hopefully you found that little tutorial useful. Again, this is a really simple mix that you can do anytime that you're in a crunch, say you're running out of time and you need to do something real quick, or if you just want to be able to, every single time you're mixing, do a very simple mix to start out. This is a great way to get started. Again, it's something you can always fall back on. It's going to give you a deeper understanding of your songs and honestly music in general. Since you're kind of using the structure of music a little bit more, you'll start to see patterns in how songs are made. And that can be really useful as you go forward and start learning more advanced mixes and kind of create your own style and do your own sort of styles of mixes as well. And again, it's super easy to learn. There's just 3 steps. Just follow the instructions in this tutorial and you should be good to go. So hopefully you found this video useful. Like and subscribe and all that stuff if you did. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next video, my friend. Have a good one.